Imagine building a flawlessly structured, heavily armored psychological shield around your identity as a fiercely independent, logic-driven elite soldier in a grand fantasy realm, only to have your predictable universe violently fractured when your royal kingdom falls under a sudden, real-time siege, forcing you into a high-stakes, forced proximity alliance with the arrogant, drop-dead gorgeous enemy commander who was responsible for ruining your family's ancestral legacy. This is the heart-pounding, high-octane, and utterly addictive reality that traps the heroine in Devney Perry's spectacular, blockbusting fantasy debut, Shield of Sparrows. Marking a triumphant, chart-topping transition into the epic romantasy genre, this magnificent novel stands as an absolute masterclass in the enemies to lovers, slow burn, and fated mates angst genres, demanding to be experienced through your headphones as a cinematic audiobook, where every clash of blades and raw midnight confession rings out with flawless clarity. The narrative masterfully tracks an intricate, fast-paced game of military and emotional chess between two warring factions. Following a dark timeline of structural family trauma and deep-seated political friction, the sharp-tongued female protagonist is captured and stranded in a remote, high-security fortress controlled by her captor. What begins as a bitter, highly uncomfortable war of attrition rapidly transforms into a high-intensity psychological web of survival. As they navigate subterranean tunnels, corporate-style royal courts, and an ancient, world-ending magical entity rising rapidly in the wild, her defensive walls completely shatter, unleashing an explosive secret physical chemistry and an intense wave of mutual pining that threatens to dismantle both of their military allegiances. Perry masterfully structures an exceptionally nuanced, fast-paced rhythm, effortlessly layering laugh-out-loud banter over deep-seated institutional trauma, mental health healing, and parental alienation. As the characters progress from intense protective jealousy to absolute domestic tenderness, they must learn to distinguish between the artificial safety of their heavily guarded lives and the raw, terrifying vulnerability of unconditional love. The audiobook format breathes a thrumming, deeply intimate life into this addictive tale, utilizing a god-tier dual narration performance that perfectly captures every low, possessive battle growl from the alpha hero and the sharp, defiant intellect of a heroine who refuses to be erased by the past, proving that when the structural foundations of your world are completely smashed to ash, the absolute safest move isn't to run from your bloodline, but to have the enduring courage to rebuild your forever sanctuary from the ground up.